Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a wonderful week. Today we are tackling something that I have been putting off for actual months, which means it's probably only going to take like 20 minutes, and that is my desk drawers. I'm just going to show you an overview right now. So this is what it looks like right now, and yeah, I have been putting it off for months. I am overwhelmed. I have stuff on my desk that is supposed to go on there, including Paige. Paige, are you going to go in there? Um, and yeah, every time I go in there, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. So
we have to start, obviously, by taking everything out. How can you organise if everything is in the drawer? Honestly, this didn't actually take me that long, and I'm quite happy. But yeah, I couldn't get anything that I wanted, and it was just a nightmare. So it had to be done, and look at how cute it's like a desktop, countertop hoover. I found it. You can buy loads of different ones, but I found this like chicken one and I love it. I ended up putting my letters for scrapbooking in that small drawer, which is where my pens originally were. I wasn't originally going to do that, but I thought it worked, and it does. So pens are now in the bigger drawer. And I'm just going to play some music over the rest of this, because I don't really know what to say. You just watch and listen to some music.
is it. Did I move things into a different drawer that also needs to be organized? Absolutely. Do I still really need to organize this room some more? 100%. Like, my bookcase is probably the next one that I need to do.
So the following week, I thought I would just take you along on this spring cleaning journey with me. At the beginning of March, I made a spring cleaning list, and I broke that down into things I wanted done by the end of March. And this is just the final week of March and me finishing up as much of that list as I can. Starting with these drawers. I mentioned it in a reset video recently that these drawers needed to be organised. So that's the first thing that we did. I thought at this point we would just go room by room, and I think it worked well. And yeah, we just sorted out these drawers, put towels where they a bit more spread out so they weren't crammed in, and moved the bedding down. And I want to give you a tip. So if you put your matching set of bedding into a pillowcase, you always have the full set. I have seen that you can buy like fold wall boxes to put your sheets in, your matching bedding, and they look really bulky to me. But if you put them in a pillowcase, they're very squishable, and I think it just looks, I mean, not nicer, that's a lie. It looks alright and it works. And so, yeah, I recommend doing that. I also have this bedding, and this is like a sentimental towel. So we have that I put back into the Ziploc bag. Ziploc bag? No. the vacuum seal bag to keep dust off of it, and the bedding there is just bedding we're never going to use, so I am going to get rid of it eventually. I am making a little collection of things I want to put onto Facebook Marketplace or Olio and sell/give away when I'm finished with the full deep clean or spring clean. Yeah, I'm just shoving it all in that wardrobe for now. And then I thought I would clean the windows. I wanted to do inside and out of the windows by the end of the month. However, that is not happening because I've ended up having a lot of wind and rain. So cleaning the windows just feels kind of pointless. I did, however, manage to do the living room/balcony windows, which are great. And obviously the inside of the bedroom window. I am not able to do the outside of the bedroom window because the wardrobe is in the way of being able to open it wide enough. And it bothers me because there is a big, muddy, gritty kind of dirt on the outside from said wind and rain. But yeah, it is what it is. And we're just, at least the inside is clean, you know? No judgment here, please, with how messy my bookcase is. After deciding that my desk was no longer my dumping ground, my bookcase became my dumping ground. And it was time to sort it out. And as always, you gotta take everything off before you can clean it. I don't know what I'm singing, but that's just what I'm doing. I've mentioned it before, at the very least on Instagram, that my books were organised in alphabetical order. So I had to move some books to put my recent read on there, and I thought I would just reorganise a little bit more and move some more books around. And as you can see, my bookcase is full. It is time that I declutter it, but I don't want to without rereading, which means I have to decide what when I'm rereading and when I'm reading something new, which is difficult because I have a whole TBR that I'm working through, which if you are interested in, I will share the link to my Substack, of that. But yeah. And now I just had to organise this mess, which I'm just going to put the music over. chronic fatigue, I wasn't able to do everything in as few days as I would have liked. But I got quite a bit done, and my final day I wanted to focus on these drawers, which were quite bad. Again, taking everything out. I also put a lot of it in the dishwasher because it was greasier and stickier than I was expecting. Anything that didn't fit in the dishwasher, I just washed by hand. And yeah, like that was, I don't know what that was, but it was gross and it needed to come off. And if you don't have a little electric scrubbing brush thing, I highly recommend it because it helps so much with cleaning. This pan drawer, I had already decided a few days ago that I was going to be cleaning it out, so everything was just being shoved in with no order, hence why it looked as bad as it did. There was a couple of pans actually that were a lot greasier than I was expecting. It was honestly worse than I thought, but it didn't take that long other than the waiting for the dishwasher. So obviously it was a good few hours later that I was putting everything away. And don't ask me why I'm holding the measuring spoons and instead of putting them into the correct spot whilst I'm putting away other bits. I don't know. But yeah, that is my spring cleaning. Get ready for a nice after reveal. And if you are interested in more spring cleaning, because my list is not finished, then head on over to my Instagram where I am uploading or posting something every single day in April, starting with spring cleaning / resetting until my list is done. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.